me and you and me. And that's the way it's gonna be. Alright, so I had a Warhammer game last night, Amundo. Where I played New Death Guard. I versed Eldar. They've got a lot of sneaky tricks. But also, I feel like Death Guard's a really bad matchup for Eldar players. Because your toughness 3 goes to toughness 2. And now, pretty much most weapons in the game, anything toughness 4 or above is hitting you on... Toughness 4 hits you on... wounds you on 2s, I mean, not hits. I end up playing Flybone Host. Yeah. New Death Guard's pretty fun. Yeah, with Flyblown Host, I had a 10 men of Plague Marines that are now T6, but also I had make them a bit more durable. Plus I had a Biologist attach them so they crit on 5s. And then I also had a Sorcerer to give them sustained hits, so sustained hits plus crits on 5. I think it's called a Plague Caster is the unit's actual name. Sustained hits, lethal hits, crits on 5s. Plus I had an enhancement that gives them Assault to make up for their movement, so they're quickly running across the board. Lethal and sustained hits on 5s. And for 1 CP, I had a stratagem to re-roll the hit roll. If there's... what was it? Re-roll the hit roll again. Units in half range. That's the... how it works. Yeah, so getting close. Reroll the hit roll with lethal hits. And sustain hits plus ooh. Yeah, plus most Eldar things, because the -1 toughness, was wounding on 2s. So I was just... I was mincing, absolutely mincing his infantry. Yeah, they even managed to take out one of his vehicles. They also... oh Blight launchers now having the blast keyword. Blast isn't my favorite keyword. Honestly, blast isn't that good of a keyword. But the Lord of Virulence buff stuff with blast. So, and before it did, you couldn't really buff much because very few things had blast in Death Guard. But now both Light Lord Terminators and Plague Marines and Bloat Drones all have blast. Because they've all got blight launchers. Yeah. That's a lot more blast. It's a lot easier to do. They also changed how the ability works. So it's reroll hits on blast weapons instead of +1 to hit plus ignore cover. And it gives reroll 1s to hit on every other weapon that isn't blast. That's also really nice for it's not just your blast weapons getting buffed. Yeah. I feel like I've got to... I feel like how I just felt there. Dirt is slightly higher than mud by the insiest binciest about. You cannot see the difference in height, but you can feel it. That's interesting. That's not what I meant to do. Place the mud back. Yeah, my Death Shroud Terminators didn't really do much that game. They kind of just deep striked in and it was like, oh, objective, and just did secondaries and scored me points. And at the end of the day, you win game by points. You don't win them by killing. Killing just helps, and it's fun. New Death Guard did end up winning it. I did also table him. And I had tabled him at the end of the 4th battle round. Ooh. He had a special bonus to make his things not be able to be overwatched. That's pretty good. But I also like... It's pretty good when you move one squad past a good overwatching unit. You can, but the only problem is with Death Guard, we have a lot of good a lot of our units have flamers. A lot of our units are good in Overwatch. So it's kind of just protect your most valuable thing. Something else is dying. If I get close. If I move, even. Because I want to get close to you. The retreating can have you. My Mephitic Blight Haulers died pretty quickly, so they didn't really have the chance to use their ability to prevent my opponent from... So I never triggered the -1 to wound ability. Yeah, but Blight Haulers are cooler now. Getting +1 to hit as well as +1 to wound against vehicles is, well, better. Plus lethal hits on my melters. Okay, also a nice little buff. It didn't come up that much, but it could come up if I wanted to hit a bigger vehicle than me. It's strength 9. Light lights are also pretty great. T7's pretty nice as a change, and actually having a good ability now. Same with Plague Marines. Yeah, both of these units now actually have abilities. But +1 AP and +1 strength when fighting something in contagion range, and then Plague Marines putting stuff in contagion range after they shoot it. Things can help. Yeah, another person was playing Death Guard today, trying the new one out. They were playing the character detachment. Character detachment has some pretty cool things in it. But like putting people under the stratagem to have two, if you kill a character with your Biologus, being able to get 2 plagues under the active at the same time, that's pretty good. And there's a few other neat things in there, like the +2 toughness is pretty good. That seems pretty nice. But honestly, not my cup of tea. Much prefer the Flyblown Host is just a really cool detachment, honestly. Should have taken some Poxwalkers with me, honestly, because I can't infiltrate. I can't scout, I mean, if they just slap infiltrators in front of me. But also I can just kill those infiltrators. So it's a win-lose situation. I don't scout, but I guess I don't need to. Alright. Now I think about it, but probably should, for future reference, maybe take some Poxwalkers. They're cheap, little melee guys, but they can infiltrate block. Alright, I think that's going to end it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy.